My puppy is just bouncing off the walls right now while my computer wants to mess with me. Let's close that out. So today we're going to be shiny hunting over in the sewers. I have never shiny hunted here before. I did a little testing last night just to see like some routes and stuff I can go, you know, the best route to go for what I'm looking for. Right now I'm looking for these Inkay and that Goomy. So basically we're just going to keep reloading through here. And by doing this, we're also running past a couple of Klefki up here. So there's one there, and so those also will be spawning in because they'll be close enough to me. So while I'm checking the Inkay and the Goomy, that will also give me some chances at the Klefki. So I'll do this for a little bit and then maybe check a different route. Sorry, I'm just kind of bouncing around a little bit. I hope my dog squeaker isn't too loud. Got back from church probably an hour or so ago, and she's definitely been bouncing around. I took her on a few walks, ran a little bit with her, but she's, you know, in that puppy phase, so she's still just a ball of energy. Hopefully she can behave for me. It's funny, actually, the first Goomy I ever found in this game was a shiny. I was like ecstatic. I couldn't believe it because there's so few spots for them. And I immediately found the shiny Goomy. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And then I went to record it. And of course, after I tried to post it onto my YouTube channel, the file was corrupted. So it like showed me seeing him, and then it showed him being caught. Like there was a big chunk of the video that wasn't any good. But I mean, that's life. It happens every now and again. I don't mind it so much when it happens to, like, you know, a Drillbur or a Pidgey or something, you know, something I get a bunch of. But when it's like a really rare or like awesome shiny, it hurts a little bit more. So yeah, we'll do this for a little bit just to see if I can get anything. I was also looking online for what other shiny hunters were posting was the best routes to go, and this was one of them. Ooh, oh, a couple alphas. Which of course means I need to run away a little bit more. I use this as a chance to check these Klefki over here. Nothing. Yeah, it's been a really good Sunday so far. Woke up, made my wife breakfast sandwich. I use that, what is it, the new viral way of making a breakfast sandwich where you scramble the eggs and then place the bread in it and kind of fold everything over. Surprisingly, I was able to do it twice. For her sandwich and then for mine, and then went to church, came back, and getting a little bit of shiny hunting in. Today is the Pikipek Community Day in Pokemon Go. My wife and I still play that, so she has to work. She left her phone with me so that I can play for her as well. We usually only do like an hour or so. I get just enough to get like a handful of shinies for us. Try to complete the task. I usually spend maybe an hour and then bring her phone to her work. Hopefully my dog isn't causing too much trouble. Okay, I think we have today and tomorrow off. So I'll definitely game a little more. Tomorrow I'm going to try to help push my wife to really getting a little bit closer on her shiny charm. She's still very close. I think she's about to hit the 1,000 battles. And then we will just get her to catch any extra Pokemon she needs. Fill out the Pokedex and then catch like, 50 steel types and stuff, and then she'll get it. Sure wants to make alpha spawn. Let's check on this Klefki. Nothing. Klefki's another solid shiny. Buffy, what are you doing? Well, she's not looking at me like she's guilty of something, so that's a good sign. She has gotten to the stage where she realizes when she does things that we don't quite want her to do. And then she'll see it and she'll just kind of hang her head low. But she's looking fine. Probably just messing with some of the cats. Can't believe it's the last day of November, man. Like, it's so wild that this year has just flown by. All done Christmas shopping though. Very excited about that. And then we'll have just trying to buy more stuff for my wife and probably maybe buy a couple presents for the cats and the dog. Although my wife, like, I'm done buying her stuff. I just want to get her a couple more stocking stuffers maybe. I did go on that website, DK Oldies. I saw that they had a Black Friday sale going on. And I know that a lot of people like to gripe on their prices, but once they do like a big sale, comparing that to eBay, you're paying roughly the same price, and at least I know what I'm getting is authentic. Like, I was looking at, what was it, Super Mario 64, and like, yeah, you can get it on eBay for like $20 plus $5 shipping, or $30 free shipping, and then you click on it and it looks like it's a fake. And then when you see like actual authentic copies are going for like 40 something bucks anyways plus shipping, so might as well pay $50 for a legit website. I don't believe I have any Inkay shiny. I have caught the Malamar over in area 20. So I'm hoping to get an Inkay. I'm not going for a perfect shiny dex, but I definitely would appreciate at least getting close to it. Trying to get a shiny Charmander so I can do Charizard, but I think I might have to stick with my Tepig, because I did manage to get a shiny form of him, and his new Mega Evolution looks pretty sick, especially the shiny form with the blue flames. And then we have, what, I think it's like 2 weeks we'll be looking at the new DLC, which is insane, man. It's so wild that we're this close. I think if I do manage to get a Klefki, it will be my first ever shiny Klefki. I'm fairly certain I've never caught a shiny Klefki before. I definitely caught quite a few Inkay in Pokemon Scarlet. And Gumi I've caught, obviously, in ZA and Arceus. Which I did recently go back. I don't know if I'll, stream myself grinding it, or I might just for the sake of, getting some extra content out there. Slowly working on 100%ing each task. I know a lot of people say that just takes absolutely forever, but I think it'll be worth it. I got my eldest cat Yingling is laying down next to me. He turns 15 next year. Holy cow. And he still is just chugging along, man. Still looks like a kitten. I think there's another path down here that has Litwick. So I think I'll probably do like another 15 minutes or so, check in this area, see if I can get someone, and then I'll do the other area for the sewers, because it has like Skrelp and Noibat. And then I'll check out the area for Litwick. Really hoping that the new DLC brings like an actual shiny hunting method versus just constantly spawning in. Because every time I boot up like Pokemon Scarlet, I'm like, oh cool, now I can like go to a mass outbreak, knock out so many Pokemon, and then use the sandwich method, or constantly open up the picnics and hunt that way. It's a lot more engaging than what I'm currently doing. Although it could be that they just tested it and saw that, they didn't really need to add another method because people are still getting shinies like crazy just doing this. think whenever I see an alpha, I'll just try to like quickly jump out so that way they don't aggro me and then have to run back. Although I do need to check on those Klefki every now and again. Sorry, she broke a little piece of plastic off my gaming chair. And I did not want my dog choking on that. It's a very old gaming chair that was falling apart anyway, so I really don't mind that she chews on it. One of the cats also tears up the side of it. No shiny, no shiny. I think that's another downside to just running through this area, is that there's no, really not a whole lot of Pokemon to spawn in. So it'll take a little bit longer to get a shiny. I know that there's a cheese spot for Goomy outside of here. It's like directly outside. Someone was saying if you just like have the down button and then keep pressing A, it's kind of like in area 3. If it's raining, there's a Goomy or a Sliggoo that'll appear just outside of the sewers, and if you just keep kind of zoning in and out, it'll make one spawn. Yeah, I was looking at when we're getting our paychecks, because there's twice a year. If you get paid bi-weekly, there's twice a year where you get an extra paycheck. And January is one of the months that I'll be getting a third paycheck, I should say. Which thankfully it's also my wife's birth month, so it gives me a little extra cash to spend on her. But I think I'll also splurge on what I'm currently trying to do is complete my Super Mario collection. I own most Mario games, but I need some of those like offshoot, like a lot of the Mario parties and stuff like that. So I think I'll splurge and get quite a few of those just to bump my Mario collection. A lot of people don't realize, like especially on the original Nintendo, there was a lot of games that had Mario in it that were not Mario games. I think there's like Wrecking Crew, what else? Golf Punch Out. There's a lot of games that contain Mario that are not actually Mario games. I am glad that they, I feel like they did a pretty good job diversifying some of the Pokemon that appear in this game. Because a lot of them, I mean, they just always use the same. It's like, alright, put a bunch of the original 151 in there. Put, you know, a few of whatever the last gen was. And it's nice to see that we're getting a lot of representation of Pokemon like Onedge and Klefki, like Pokemon that we haven't really gotten to see in very many games. It's nice that I can actually shiny hunt them without having to boot up like a DS or a 3DS. Now I got my little brother's cat staring at me. So I got a puppy and 2 cats. All demanding attention. They're like, why are you playing your games? Well, the dog eats my chair. Now my cat's trying to force himself to be loved. They should be happy I swapped out their cat litter today. Today was the day. Whenever it starts to get low, I just swap it out. We always go to the store whenever it's BOGO and buy like a year's supply of it. Because I think they put on sale like once or twice a year. And so we'll just buy like 12. Shiny check. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I've been struggling a little bit with my YouTube channel because I set up for a while. I was alternating between playing Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Scarlet. And so just whatever shiny Pokemon I would catch, I would throw on there. So that way I could have a continuous amount of content, you know, catch like, take a day, catch like 5 or 6, that's basically a week's worth, and then just try to build up. And once Legends ZA came out, I tried to alternate. So for 12 noon, I would have my Pokemon Arceus and Scarlet videos spawn, or pop up, not spawn. And then midnight, I would always have my Legends ZA videos. I would just kind of let them piggyback off each other to just keep a consistent flow of content. But I might have to change things up just because I really haven't been playing Scarlet or Arceus. And I got like maybe another month's worth of content for that. So I'll see how far ahead I can get with Legends ZA, and then I may have to put ZA down for a little bit, pick those back up, or just say, you know what, I can only upload 1 short every day instead of 2. Although I have been happy, it's been getting fairly consistent growth since ZA came out because I've been able to crank out 2 videos a day instead of 1. But when you work full time and you have a wife and a dog and cats to take care of, along with balancing out church activities, it gets kind of taxing. So I may have to go back to 1 video a day and then just stream when I can. Which got about 5 more minutes in this area, then we'll check out a different area for shiny hunting in the sewers. No shiny. I may also, because I want to hunt the shiny Arceus in, what is it, Pokemon Shining Pearl. So what I might do with that is boot that up. I'm trying to get Azelf and all those guys too, so I may try to get all them and see if I can't transfer a Pokemon with a Master Ball over to those games, just so that way whenever they do finally pop up as a shiny. Because I used my Master Ball on Palkia. So I'll see about doing that. And I might start shiny hunting on there as well. I think Pokemon Pearl was when I caught my first ever shiny from like actually putting effort into shiny hunting. So it always holds a special place in my heart. But I'll never forget the shiny that like really threw me off was when I was in Afghanistan. Sun and Moon had just come out, so I had to have my game shipped over to Afghanistan, which made it take like an extra month because it has to go through so many like extra processes just to get verified if it's okay for me to receive that. I finally got it, and I had a shiny Komala. When it was the first Komala that I've had seen, and it popped up as a shiny. And he's a tough one because like I looked at it and I was like, I thought I saw the sparkle. I wasn't sure I caught it, and I saw that he had the little shiny mark, and then I saw it took forever to get another Komala because he's such a rare spawn. Got another one to spawn, and I saw that the wood was a different color. So even with him, he's very like subtle. No shiny Klefki. Yeah, don't bother to look at the Inkay, it's more of the Gumi in the back that I'm checking. And I'm about to kick this cat out because he's pressing on my back. Ugh. Give it. It's keeping me hunched over. Where'd it go? Alright, last one. It's been 30 minutes. Check the clef key, check these guys, and head to another area. Nope. Nope. Yeah, so basically the way to get the Goomy to appear outside is you just hold down, press A, spawns you out. Oh no, this is the wrong area, my bad. For some reason I was thinking I was over at this one. Yeah, for this area, if you hold down and press A, it'll just keep spawning you in, and then there's a Goomy that spawns right here if it's raining outside. So you just wait for the rain, and then you run over here and just keep backing in and out. Yeah, this will be the second area that we shiny hunt. So just run up there, check the Aridos. This has Skrelp and Inkay, and then right up here, you want to quickly open up the menu before the Noibat can aggro you. I don't mind so much with the Aridos just because they're gonna unaggro me by the time I get over to the Noibat. And there's one that's like a hair up those stairs that if I just walk any further, he like automatically aggroes you. He's over to the left. Sorry, just making sure the puppy was still there. She always goes quiet and she's either napping or she somehow like slipped out and is causing trouble. Who's an alpha? Ooh, another alpha. That's... Dude, that would be wild if he spawned as a shiny. I love it when they have those cool positions and they spawn. Like I got in area 4, that little ghost area where the Spinarak are, and they're all on the wall. I've managed to get one of those alphas spawned as a shiny. Alright, I might have to just run all the way back, we'll see. Basically all the way back. Yeah, we're still having some pretty good weather in Florida. It's gonna be slightly warmer today. It's gonna be a high of 80, low of 60. It's supposed to be like that today, tomorrow, and then Tuesday we're supposed to get a little bit of rain, which will bring in a little more cold air, and then it'll be a high of 70, low of like 50, I think. Which is nice because as soon as my wife leaves for work, I just turn the AC, or I swap it from the heater to the AC, and I can go almost the whole day without the AC unit kicking on. I can't believe that Inkay didn't aggro me. Yeah, I don't have a Skrelp yet, but I do have Drugology as a shiny. I was pretty pumped when I got him. Yeah, I wanted to start the shiny hunt stream a little bit earlier just because we have that Pokemon event. I try to stream for a good 2 hours, play with the puppy a little bit, get her worn out. She's laying down right now, so hopefully she'll stay that way. Then I can just start slightly after the stream is, or slightly after the event has started, and then play for like an hour or so, get us a few good shinies, and then bring my wife her phone, get home, work on dinner, upload more videos to the YouTube channel. I have a ton of content for ZA. Like, I think I'm good until like February. Just because I've been playing like so much of this game. But I might have to put it down for a little bit, boot up Scarlet or something. Well, I'm alternating, also trying to play all the other games. Like, man, there's just too much. I'm towards the end of Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. By the time I'm done with that, it's going to be Metroid Prime 4 is dropping. And then by the time I won't even be done with that, and Pokemon's going to drop. And then we got Mario Tennis, and they're going to announce all the Pokemon stuff for their 30th anniversary. I totally forgot about Pokemon Pokopia. I do have that pre-ordered both physically and digitally, although my soul is crushed knowing that the physical version is a game key card. I also pre-ordered the Resident Evil game key cards just because they look like a cool collector's item. Even though, again, I'm very upset that they're game key cards. One nice thing about this area is I think the only shiny I already have is a Noibat. Everybody else I do not have. So if any of them want to spawn as a shiny, that's a plus for me. Although having said that, that probably means my shiny will be a Noibat. Trying to check him without jumping all the way up there. I feel like I'm pretty set on the team that I'm going to have for the DLC when it drops. Like my Feraligatr, the Drampa, definitely Gengar because he's an alpha. Maybe my Malamar. Maybe Victory Bell. I do want to swap that Pyroar out, so I think I might, like this week, I'll try to get a shiny Charmander. If I don't get a shiny Charmander, I'm just going to bite the bullet and evolve my Tepig. I saw we got a few more leaks for Pokemon Wind and Wave Gen 10. Hopefully they're true. It was basically just like a map outlay on how the whole, you know, infinite island thing might work. That basically there's main islands and then there's like 30 mini islands that can spawn, and it'll really be like location and stuff that's different for everyone. But I am looking forward to seeing how that comes. That's what she said. Sorry, puppy's messing with one of the cats. Jingle pee-pee. Alright, give me 1 second. She's giving me that look of like, hey, I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Come on. Oh man, very sorry about that. Puppy decided to poop by the front door, which is where we're okay with her having a accident. So when she has her accidents by the front door, we're just kind of like, you know what? That's where we want her to go. If it's like a storm or something, we're okay with her having accidents there. But then she also peed in another spot. And then when I took her out, she really had to go to the bathroom, so thankfully she did hold it. Or hold a lot of it. What's that? Okay. Sorry, for a brief second I thought one of those was a little more purple than the others. Yeah, I've tried streaming with my wife home so she can watch the puppy while I stream, and I think just from the lack of attention, my wife manages to be louder than the dog, so I'd rather just deal with cleaning up a mess than constantly ask my wife to not be so loud. Josie, get over here. She's messing with one of the cats again. I will definitely put her in her place. She just doesn't realize it. Alright, she's coming back. Oh, there's two of them. One second. What are you doing? See what I have to deal with this giant dog. Puppy's almost as big as I am. So we're close to the 1 hour mark, but I'll do it a few more minutes longer just because I had to take that quick break to clean up after. Probably do like another 10 minutes. Thankfully this area has a few more Pokemon than the last area that we were hunting, so we have a slightly better chance, but it looks like we're still rocking a big fat goose egg on shinies. Looks like she found a tennis ball? Okay. She can eat it. Getting a little better with not getting spotted by the Noibat. Alright game, it's been an hour. Any second you can throw me a shiny. Asking for a friend. Guess I'll still check up here. Oh man, there's two alphas staying. Reminds me of the Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Brave Sir Robin ran away. Bravely ran away, away. She has a tennis ball that is broken in half. And she's just going to town on the little fuzz on the outside. As long as she behaves and stays within eye shot, I don't mind. As much as I love our dog, I cannot wait for her to be old. Like, just get through the puppy phase already. Same thing with getting a cat. Like, I love having cats. And kittens are the cutest thing on earth, but please, get through the kitten phase already. So I'm glad all three of our cats are adults. It's so much easier to deal with. Look at all of that junk I get to sell. Ooh, shiny. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, and it's the one in the cool spot, too. Oh, I love that. What am I doing? You, go away. I need to take a picture. Oh, he's beautiful. Let's see, we gotta do a selfie, although I might have to take care of someone real quick. Let's lure him away. And like, what did I say? What did I say? It's gonna be the one that I already have. He's the only shiny in this area that I already have. Oh, he's beautiful. Alright. What am I doing? Put Feraligatr away. This ain't about no Feraligatr. That's it. That's the money shot right there. Alright, you. Get in the luxury ball. Oh, I love it. Man, it took us a whole hour to get a shiny. That dog is still just going to town on that broken ball. But hey, it was the shiny in the cool position. And sometimes I think that's what matters most. Oh, there ain't nobody up there. Because I despawned all of them. I always find it funny, the things that makes our pets like the happiest. You'll spend a fortune on toys, do all this stuff. What does she want? She wants the broken one. Your cat, you'll spend a fortune on all these like fancy cat beds. What do they want? They want the cardboard box. And she keeps messing with the other poor cat. We do need to make more play dates with her and my parents' dogs. My parents have 2 corgis. They have an older corgi and my mom just got a puppy. So it's always funny seeing this giant, like massive lab and then a dog like 2 feet long or like a foot long trying to play with her. But hey, as long as she stays safe, I don't mind. She ain't got no more pee in her to pee all over the floor. Okay, I think maybe Wednesday I'll be able to get another stream in. So I'm off. So I'm a nurse. I only work like 3 days a week and then I have 1 day where I'm on call. I'm off today, tomorrow, but my wife is also off tomorrow. And I work Tuesday, off Wednesday, but my wife works Wednesday, so I should be able to stream on Wednesday. And then I work Thursday, Friday, I'm on call Saturday. But hopefully we won't get called in on Saturday. We'll see. Alright, this will be my last loop. It's an hour and 10 minutes, so I'll go. Time to leave and check another spot. My poor cat is being tormented by that dog. There's also a great spot to spawn in on if you're trying to check this Whirlipede. Spawn in over there and take a few steps, and just spawn back in. So let's see, one more check over here, and then I'll find another path to shiny check. Josie, come here. Sorry, she jumped up on the bed and my wife would lose her minds. I want to say I should hang a left there. Alright, what route can I go this time? So if I hang a right, there's nothing. I go straight, there's Ghastly, but I don't want Ghastly. So I can get him in area 3 and I already have a bunch. Let's see, if I hang a left here, yep, there's the Litwick. Sorry, I'm just gonna make sure my dog isn't getting in any trouble. I'll be right back. Alright. She's sure looking at me like she's guilty of something, but I didn't see anything. Yeah, I think I'll run down here and then hang this left, check the Litwick. And I don't know, is that how I want to end the loop? Is just looking at the Litwick? So I don't want to aggro that Noibat. Yeah, I think that'll be my next run, is just checking that Litwick. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. So I'm just trying to get unaggroed. Well, that dog's doing something to one of these cats. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's what zoomies sound like. I hope you're not allergic to fruit, because she's going bananas. And I can hear one of the cats growling at her. Or hissing, I should say. Pat Rat, nobody wants you. Let's see what if I can. Is there anything up here worth getting? Oh, that's a big boy. Klefki, you're also allowed to sparkle if you want. I'll allow it. So what do I see if I run down here? Okay, I guess I can just see what's at the ends. Just halter. I was gonna say, is one of those Klefki alpha? Thankfully with this game, I saw Litwick's flame is a little more noticeable when he's a shiny. Because he can be one of the more difficult ones to notice if they're shiny or not. Because it's like his eyes green. And then his flame is a little bit lighter. It's like a lighter shade of blue. That dog is losing her minds. But you know what? You just gotta let him burn through that energy. Because I certainly can't keep up with it. Thinking maybe the best route for me to go. I'll check the Goomy, then I'll check the Litwick. And that should just be my route for this area. So that way I'm not missing, because it's the Goomy and the... Thank God I said that. Oh, he's beautiful. Oh, he's beautiful. Get in the ball. Thank you. Now I have shiny Inkay. But, yeah, Goomy and Litwick are the two kind of stars of this area in terms of what's worth hunting. This way I can get both of them. And then just keep running through, checking both. Because that also puts the Klefki in my path. And as you just saw, Inkay and Skrelp also spawn. And nobody cares about that rat. Though it looks like it's spawning 2 Ludwig down there, which is awesome. Hour and 20 minutes we managed to get 2 shinies. I mean, it's not great, but it's also not like horrendous. I remember back in Sword and Shield when I first started shiny hunting on there, I was going for the Galarian Zigzagoon, and man, he took me like a week to spawn. I was so frustrated. But I lost my mind, man. I was so pumped when I finally got him. This dog has torn my bed apart. Like the sheets and covers and everything are just flipped. And it's all from where she just gets those bursts of energy of like, I just need to run around the house right now. So we got about 6 more minutes and then the Pokemon event starts, which will put me at an hour and a half, so I'll do another 30 minutes after that. Then I think we'll call it for this stream. Just while she's still a puppy and has all this energy, I don't want to go beyond 2 hours. Because she does need a lot of attention. Like, I gotta walk her frequently. I have to stop at some point during the stream for that. And then I do try to play with her before and then, like, immediately after. But she usually doesn't tear up the house. I'll just kind of, like, clean up a couple accidents. She doesn't do anything too crazy. Klefki, I sure would appreciate it if you were a shiny. I don't know why I keep checking these Skrelp. I don't think they're worth the extra time it takes to look at them. Because it's a bit of a lull before they even show up. Ah, so close. Almost got away from him. Alpha, no shiny. I really hope she kind of like tires out a little bit. She's been so active. Is he still there? Like, where is he? Oh, there he is. I kept running by and just not seeing him. Ooh, there's an alpha. I guess the first time he was the alpha. And he managed to not see me. Awesome. Yeah, once I get the Lubick to spawn in, if I don't see that they're shiny, I should just try to back out as quickly as I can. Increase my chances a little bit. Get a couple more encounters during the stream. Like I said, as soon as I cut the stream off is when all the shinies start popping. No idea where that puppy went. funny, my cat's smacking the dog around, and the dog is like, "Oh, we're playing." Until the cat gets a good swipe in with the claw, then she goes, "Oh, I need to back off." Josie, hey, be nice. No. She is somehow still just a ball of energy. I took her on 2 runs this morning. She's been playing non-stop and still just bouncing. Yeah, I definitely think this is the smarter route with shiny hunting down here. And thankfully there's 2 Litwick typically that spawn, so if one of them is a shiny, you'll be able to tell because there will be obviously a different flame. Let's check over here, and nothing. Josie, can you lay down for like 30 minutes? Lay down for 30 minutes and then I'm all yours. Oops, I waited too long. We run up here, nothing. Klefki, you're allowed to be shiny. It's okay. I'll actually appreciate it. Sorry, for a brief second one of those flames threw me off. Alright, I am gonna run this puppy outside really quick because I just have that irking feeling that I think she recently drank water and is gonna try to pee somewhere. So I'll be right back. Josie. Am I right or am I right? She had to be. That's why every now and again I'm just like, you know what? Let me just take a minute to take her outside. Thankfully she was pretty quick. I think Fallout Season 2 is about to come out. So my wife and I have been rewatching season 1. We're on episode 5. So we're on episode 5 now of 8. I'm just glad that she can see why I like the game so much. And boy, do I hope that they hurry up and release that remake of Fallout 3. Thankfully, Goomy is a very noticeable shiny too. I feel like Klefki would be harder to notice just because you're like sprinting past him, not really stopping to look. Josie, come on, baby. She's circling around like she wants to lay down somewhere. There we go. Now she's laying on my feet. Usually when I'm playing off stream, I'll do something like this, or I'll try to find, like, so there are some easier methods for certain shinies, like to get that Skrelp. In the last area where I caught the Noibat, I saw a video online that said the very first Skrelp, if you get him to spawn in and then you can just basically keep resetting, he should auto trigger to spawn in as soon as you like load into the zone. So you can just focus on making him spawn that way to get a Skrelp. So I'll usually find like easier methods or like cheesy methods to get certain shinies. But obviously if I'm streaming, like, unless I'm just like really not having luck, I'll just load into a zone a few times. But usually I try to, you know, do something more like this where I'm actually running around and looking at things instead of just like staring at a loading screen. I'm really trying to get a Hawlucha to probably swap out the Victory Bell with Hawlucha. I love Victory Bell's Mega Evolution, but I feel like he's just, I don't know, I'm not quite clicking with actually using him as a character, but I do love that I have, you know, an alpha Victory Bell. And then again, just going for that Charmander for my fire type, swap out the Pyroar. And we'll see how long it takes me to do that. I'll definitely be able to get them by the DLC, because I'll focus a little more on actually trying to get that Hawlucha. Now, if I can ever get that Alpha Drampot to appear, he will be Master Bald. Alright, she's finally laying down. Hopefully she can lay down for like 15 minutes so we can finish out the stream in peace. I heard an alpha, I just couldn't see one. Well, I see that one. Klefki, again, you're allowed to be gold, it's okay. I still can't get over that Chandelure was a playable fighter in Pokken Tournament. Which I don't know why they haven't, like, I felt like that game did pretty successfully. I don't know why they didn't release another Pokken Tournament. I mean, it was like a fleshed out story and everything. I swear I keep looking at those flames thinking that one of them's a shiny. And I know it's just me being hopeful. The Pokemon Go event's going on. It's been going on for a whopping 20 minutes. And in about 10 minutes, I will run to go play it. Get some shinies for myself and my wife. I use the gacha device. I just drive around our area. There's a couple places I'll park, check and see if we got any shinies, evolve a few, then do like the nice throws, great throws, whatever it wants. Then I think it's next weekend. They're doing the December event. Like, it's almost like back-to-back community days. I think it's just because they're trying to get them like somewhat out of the way from the holidays. So they picked last weekend of November and then like first weekend of December. Because then we got pretty much 2 weeks after that, everyone's looking at Christmas, so they're going to be on vacation. Alright, so I am going to check these guys just because I've been running this for so long. See if... I don't know if they're close enough to be spawned in based off of where I'm going, but sometimes we get a nice surprise. 2 shinies in 2 hours, not the best shiny hunting, but still, it's at least something. I got 1 new one. Plus the Noibat was the cool one. He was the one that was hanging upside down. So I was also very excited about that. Makes for a good thumbnail. The real funny thing is, I feel like I've shiny hunted for so long in Legends Arceus, and I've maybe hit 200 hours in that game, and that game came out 3 years ago. Pokemon ZA has been out for a month, and I'm already like well over 200 hours, like closer to 250. I was talking to someone on Thanksgiving. They said that they bought Arceus and still haven't played it. And I'm like, dude, you're missing out. I was like, save it for last. Like, play through the other games first, because once you play it, you're not going to want to go back to anything else. I just think it's funny that Arceus is my favorite Pokemon game, and I've probably played it the least out of Arceus, ZA, and Scarlet. And then Shield, I actually have like 600 hours. I put an ungodly amount of time in that game. Yeah, she looks kind of tired. I was able to move away and she didn't jump up, so it means that she's actually sleepy. Alright, Lubik and Gumi. Let me end this stream on a banger. I think now that I have a good route, I'll make it not a full stream, but I'll add it to my rotation of, you know, the areas that I shiny hunt at. I want to try to find a good way of shiny hunting area 20 that doesn't consist of me just running in a circle. Because usually I just stay on that like outer rim and then occasionally try to hit a corner just far enough to make the Pokemon in the center despawn. Ah, dang it. I thought I had it, and then he aggroed me. Yeah, I'm already here. Let's see if any of these are shiny. Nope. They're just full of disappointment in me like my parents. I'm glad that they added the sewers. I just wish that they would have done a little bit more with them. Like add a couple more Pokemon that spawn in here. Maybe add like one extra sewer location. And then maybe have like a spawning method. Alright, so we're right at that 2-hour mark. I'll see how long I can kind of squeeze before the dog jumps up and starts needing some attention. Because of course she waits till the end of the stream to calm down. I just try to get a glimpse of that Goomy and then run away. See, if they would have swapped those Patrat out with Skrelt, this path would be a lot easier. Because then I wouldn't have to worry about being aggroed. I don't know why I'm yawning. Yeah, I swung by GameStop on Black Friday. They were pretty busy, to be expected. Picked up a few Wii games because they had the buy two get one free going. They had someone traded in a couple Lego games, so I picked those up. Picked up Wheel of Fortune just because those like party games are so much fun when you're like get a few buddies or family members together, have a couple drinks, and then try to play those trivia games. They're a lot of fun. They were all like $5. I think Wheel of Fortune was like $6. And then I had a $10 off coupon. So I was able to get, basically for like $1 I got 3 games. Definitely worth it. I always get my holiday shopping out of the way, so that way the extra little bit of money that I have, I'll throw down on a few things that I really want. And I think on that note, we're going to stop the stream. Thank you so much for jumping on. My dog is now awake and barking. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you so much.